So hello everyone. Now we are going to discuss about the subject control system. This is a very important subject for GATE and engineering services. So there are 6 chapters in this subject. I have divided it into six chapters. So the first chapter is Introduction to Control System and its mathematical modeling. So what is control system? Control system is a system whose output can be controlled according to the user's desire. So the control system, so the main purpose of a control system is controlled output should be is equal to desired output. That means let us consider an ideal control system. Ideal control system which has a controller in it and a plant or a process. This is the input, let us say it as R, and this is the output, let us say it as C. So this is the command that we are giving and this is the controlled output that we are getting. So here the desired output is given as input. So after controlling the input, we do get the controlled output at the end. So after attaining these two, this is called as steady state. So the main purpose of control system is that to get controlled output is equal to desired output. This is the desired output and this is the controlled output. As I said, this is a steady state. So from the since we give the input, it will go from transient state to steady state. Right after giving the input, it won't go to steady state, but it takes some time, that is called as transient time. So now let us see about a practical control system. A practical control system has a controller, plant, output, input R, and also a feedback. Here let us suppose this is a practical control system and there is some noise or a disturbance at plant. So how do we get the desired output when there is a noise? In ideal control system there is no noise, so there is no need to consider any feedback. But in practical control system there will be a noise at either a plant or either a controller or either this error detector. So in order to eliminate this, we use feedback. The feedback here may be sensor or any feedback element that senses the output and gives the signal to the mixer. So this is either called as a mixer or multiplexer. This is plus and this is minus. Minus in case of negative feedback and plus in case of positive feedback. Okay. So the difference between positive and negative feedback is that these both differ by 180 degrees phase shift. So the command we are giving as input here, and this is called as error signal and this is called as actuating signal. After controlling, the actuating signal will be given to the plant and this is the output and this is the feedback signal. So coming to the types of control system, it can be divided into two types, that is open loop and closed loop. And in open loop again it is divided as two types, that is without sensor and with sensor. In closed loop there are also two types, that is manual and automatic closed loop control system. So I'll explain with some examples. So in open loop, since there is no feedback, we do call it as without sensor. But what is the case with sensor? Since we are saying there is no feedback, then how this sensor came? Actually, in the feedback there is a sensor, but this is not connected. This is mux and this is plant, so this is sensor, but this is not connected to this. Can we say this as an open loop system? Yes, because we are not connecting any feedback. If we say like this, then with the sensor is connected and this will be closed loop. Since we do not connect it, then with sensor this is correct. So in closed loop control system there is a feedback and it is connected. So example of a manual closed loop control system is that all cars except Tesla, all automobiles will come under this category, because they do run on feedback but they need our command. So it can be considered as manual. What come automatic? Example is Tesla. In Tesla we do not need to give any command. Based on the LiDAR sensor and all, it will sense the road and can go on its own. So this is automatic closed loop control. Now let us discuss about the differences between open loop control system and closed loop control system in detail. So the first one is, this is less accurate than closed loop. This is more accurate because since in closed loop control system there is an error detector, here there is no error detector, so it cannot correct on its own. So this is less accurate. Second one is, the response here is slow. Here the response is fast. And the third one is, this is more sensitive to noise, hence this is less stable. But closed loop control system is less sensitive to external environment, hence more stable. Open loop control system is simple, it has simple construction and it is affordable. Whereas in closed loop control system it has complex construction and it is expensive. Open loop control system can't be restabilized. That means we cannot change the input. We can only give one input and that cannot be varied. Whereas here in closed loop control system this can be restabilized based on our requirement. And coming to some certain parameters like gain, bandwidth, time constant, speed, sensitivity, and stability. We can compare these parameters. Now let us see the difference between negative feedback control closed loop control system and positive feedback closed loop control system. Actually, in from open loop and closed loop, we do prefer closed loop control system. So in that closed loop system, again we do prefer negative closed loop control system than positive. We will see why. For negative closed loop control system, the gain is less and the bandwidth is more. The time constant is less, the response speed is faster, the sensitivity is less and the stability is more. Whereas in positive feedback closed loop control system, the gain is high and the bandwidth is low, the time constant is high and the response is slow, the sensitivity will be more and the stability will be less. Since, as you can see, some disadvantages from positive feedback control closed loop control system, the sensitivity is high and the stability is less, so we do not prefer this. Mainly we do prefer negative feedback closed loop control system. So in exam, if they ask any question, by default it will be negative feedback closed loop control system. If they mention anything, then you can proceed with what they have mentioned. So let us go to the next topic, that is transfer function. So the definition of transfer function is that Laplace of output by Laplace of input at zero initial conditions. So Laplace of output by Laplace of input, this is the formula for transfer function, and this is for time domain. For frequency domain, the formula of transfer function is Fourier transform of output by Fourier transform of input at zero initial conditions. So for time domain we do use Laplace transform, and frequency domain we use Fourier transform. Total response is equal to zero input response plus zero state response. So zero input response means when we do not give any input, when the input is zero, the response which is there, that is called as zero input response. So this will be mainly due to initial conditions. And zero state response means whatever the input we give, the output that we get, that is the zero state response. So the total response will always be the sum of zero input response and zero state response. In transfer function formula, transfer function output by input, right, in general. So here the output is zero state response, not zero input response, because we are not considering zero input response because the formula itself says that zero initial conditions. So we do not consider zero input response, we only consider zero state response. The transient response, the steady state response comes under zero state response only. Transient response and steady state response comes under this. Transient response is also called as dynamic response or natural response, and steady state response is also called as static response or forced response.